Hey guys, it's Nicole at the Chore Channel. I've got just shy of 2 hours before the kids get home from school, and so I thought I would try and get as much food prep done as I can. Our next couple of weeks are kind of crazy. We have sports almost every evening at like 6 o'clock, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have stuff going on, so I'm gonna try and make dinners a little smoother by having stuff already prepped. I usually have it like pre-packaged in the freezer and, you know, like a dinner portion size. And I got some other stuff I'm gonna prep as well. I'm gonna make some mini muffins and some Uncrustables for my son. But it'll be mostly repackaging meat, I think, and doing like marinades and stuff like that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start some coconut milk yogurt in our Ninja. We have a Ninja foodie thing. I've never tried it before, but I bought this at the store and I'm gonna give it a try. So let's go set it up and start the yogurt going. There's that. Yogurt. Hold on. All the like solid stuff is at the top, so break it up. See if it comes out. This does not come out super well. Note to self. I feel like I need to cut this. Okay, pressure lid. I think I'm gonna go check the directions. Put it on vent. Set time to 8 hours. So I've never done this before. If you have one of these Ninja foodie things, so it like boils it to like sanitize it, and then you put the yogurt culture in it. So we'll see. Okay, we got that going. Hopefully that doesn't finish cooking in the middle of the night. Let's hope not. Okay. I got my London Fog, my drink of choice. Okay, next, I'm just going to cut these Costco packs of bacon. Cut them in half so I can throw them in the freezer and just pull one out at a time. Nothing exciting about this process. And then I already cut this. This is the Wagyu ground beef that I got at Costco. So I'm gonna go throw these in our big freezer, and then we'll do the pork chops. So these pork chops from Costco are like mega fat. They're mega huge. They're also mega hard to get out of the bag. Anyways, I bought them last month and my husband sliced them into like thin, you know, pork chops so that we could cook them easier and divide them between meals better. But I think he cut them too thin. Love you, honey, but they were a little too thin. But they were also really hard to cut because they're so like squishy and slimy. So my plan is that I'm gonna like partially freeze them just to like firm them up. I'm not gonna like have them get frozen. And then slice them in half, because look at how massive that is. So I'm just gonna let them chill in the freezer for, I don't know, like 30 minutes or something. Maybe that'll make it easier to cut them. All right. Go stick these in. I'm avoiding the chicken because I'm a little intimidated. This is just a pack of ground pork. It's 1.25 pounds. So I'm just gonna divide it into 3 because I like to pull it out and mix it in like meatballs, or sometimes we put it in our burgers or whatever. So we mix it with the ground beef that we have. I think I can fit them in these little ones and then just put them in a bigger one. So they're like freezer burnt protected. That's done. I'm gonna make marinade for both of these. This is beef jerky meat, and then this is just a strip steak that we like to make like carne asada, steak fajita meat with. I'm actually gonna make the same marinade for both of these. I made the beef jerky last month with this marinade. I don't think I had enough marinade, but it tasted really good. So I'm gonna double up on the marinade for this and let it marinate longer before I start dehydrating it. And then this one, I'll just throw the marinade in a bag and then throw it all in the freezer. so it's ready to just pull out. This is the recipe I use. It doesn't say what the website it's from, but it's called The Best Steak Fajitas. I'll have to see if I can find the recipe online, and I'll link it in the comments. But it is truly the best fajitas. I'm gonna gather all the ingredients and then we'll start. Okay, first it's a 1/3 cup of lime juice. I just use bottled lime juice. You could use fresh if you wanted. That'd probably be even better, but for convenience sake, I just use bottled. Just gonna do the same recipe in each one. Same amount. By the way, did not learn this until I was like 30 years old. When you're making marinade in a Ziploc bag, if you don't have the fancy ones that, you know, stand up on their own now, you just stick it in a cup or whatever, and it holds everything. 1/4 cup of pineapple juice. I'm a little bit generous with the pineapple juice. I just get a pack of these canned ones and keep them in my pantry. I usually do like a 1/3 cup pineapple juice because we like it sweeter. How much is left? We're just gonna split the whole jar between the two. I mean, you can't mess up marinade, right? 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire, is that how you say it? One, 2, 1, 2. 3 tablespoons of oil. I'm not going to put any oil in the one that is going to be beef jerky. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I'm not going to. 1, 2. You don't want oily beef jerky, do you? That'd be weird. Usually use minced garlic, but today I'm just gonna go with powdered garlic. So I'll do 2 teaspoons each. Why not? And then 2 teaspoons each of cumin and chili powder. More if you like it spicy, less if you like it not at all. That's full chili powder. Chili powder everywhere. A teaspoon of salt and paprika. You can do smoked paprika if you like. That would probably be really good. I just use regular old paprika. Salt. And then a half teaspoon of red pepper flakes and regular pepper. More to taste, if you prefer. That's it. That's all she wrote. Then I just squish it around. Very technical squishing. Okay, I'll do the skirt steak one first. I think I finally realized that skirt steak is the one that's thinner and flank steak is the one that's thicker. So we like the thin steaks, and I kept buying the flank steaks, and we'd have to because they are different cuts of meat, right? I'm assuming they are. That's how much I know about meat. Not much. And here is the jerky meat. I basically ate it all single-handedly on my own last month. I really like jerky. It's just an easy, when you're trying to eat just meat and fruits and vegetables, jerky is just an easy go-to. Just is. I'm gonna put this one in the freezer and this one in the fridge. Okay, we're gonna do it. This is not a tutorial. This is me learning how to do it, so. I'm literally going to be watching a YouTube video of how to cut up a chicken while doing a YouTube video, so here we go. Patting the chicken dry. Step one.
Make it easier to work with, and you'll start by cutting off the chicken legs. Slice only through the skin just below the chicken breast. Now,
Okay. So we're just cutting the skin away from the leg. And then popping the bone out so that we can cut. That was not so hard. There we go. Okay. Next. Okay. Next is the wings. It says to use your finger to feel for the joint. Okay. And cut right through that. Boom. Just way too easy. Way too easy.
Snip right through the rib cage, separating.
Scissors. Says follow the fat line. Okay. Done. Okay, now we just have the breast. Cut right through. Skin in the center.
Cut the chicken breast away from the bone. To get a clean cut, don't saw back and forth, but use long strokes. Then cut all the way down, which should completely debone the chicken breast. To separate the drumstick from the thigh, flip it over and cut along the fat line, and you should cut right between the joints.
So, it says just long cuts. Oh, I got a breast. Boop, boop. Okay, and then the same on the other side. Yeah, that one was not perfect, but alas, it is done. Okay, and then I know how to separate these. So, fat line, or at least I thought I knew. And you have a thigh. Thigh is our favorite cut of chicken because it stays so juicy. I am notorious for overcooking meat, so anything to help keep it juicy. Ah, that's better. I should have done it that way. And then the wings and the, what do you call this? The wings and the wingettes or whatever. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 meals, probably 5 meals. And then clean up and do some baking. Fun stuff. Okay. Set that aside for dinner. This is the leftover bones, carcass stuff. Save it to make broth. Ooh. Breast. Breast. Legs and wings. And and thighs. Okay, I properly sanitized everything, and I'm going to do muffins now. I'm gonna try and find this recipe and link it also in my notes. It's called The Best Basic Muffin Mix, and it is really the best. I mean, you can add anything you want to it. My son likes blueberries and my daughter likes chocolate chip, so I'm gonna split this recipe in half and do a half batch of each. And I like to make them into miniature muffins. It's like the perfect little snack size for my kids. I just freeze them or throw them in the fridge and they can pull them out when they want a snack. So it's an easy thing to just keep on hand. Let's get going then. So it's 3 cups of flour. So I'm gonna do 1.5 cups in each bowl. And a cup of sugar, so I will do a 1/2 cup in each. Tablespoon of baking powder. I have a 1/2 tablespoon scoop, but actually last time I made a half recipe and I accidentally did not half the powder and I had to like scoop some of it out, but it was even better with a little extra baking powder in it. So I'm gonna be generous with my 1/2 tablespoon. And then 3/4 teaspoon of salt. So I'm gonna do fourth and then like a 1/2 in each one. It's salt, so, you know. It's not gonna mess things up if it's not perfect, right? Hopefully. Been forgetting to drink my tea. Okay. Let's get a spoon for each. And then calls for 1 stick of butter, so I split that in half. And mix that in. Two eggs, so 1 each. of milk. I don't have much left in this carton. It's about a half a cup. I have some almond milk that I need to use up before it goes bad, so I'm gonna mix this in. And then they each get a half of a cup. I just didn't want one of the recipes to have almond milk in it and not the other, because knowing my children, they would notice and be like, this doesn't taste right. Not that they're complainers, but you know how kids are. And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla, so 1 teaspoon each. Mix until everything is blended together. I think what else I love about this recipe is that it's really easy to half the recipe. Like there's not really any complicated measurements, or it like calls for 2 eggs, so it's easy to just use 1 egg or whatever. I like easy, and I like basic. The fact that like you can add anything to this is perfect. I don't need another recipe, I just need this. Okay, and then up to 2 cups of add-ins. So I'm gonna put a cup of chocolate chips in one and a cup of blueberries in the other. I think I'm gonna do like a scant cut because I feel like that's a lot. If I remember correctly. If I had mini chocolate chips, probably be a little better. But Winco does not carry dark chocolate chips that are mini, so. And then I'm just using frozen blueberries. I'll do a scant cup of that as well. This in the freezer. And then I think I'm gonna start with the blueberry mix. I'll cook that one first. So you need to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. And then the cook time, it says 15 to 20 minutes, but that's for regular size muffins. So I think I did like 10 minutes, 8-10 minutes last time, and they were perfect, so. It's so dark outside right now. Angry clouds. And then all it is 1 scoop of this scooper. I don't know. I think it's just like a standard cookie scoop size. Okay, that half a batch fit into here perfectly, so I'm gonna throw these in the oven for 8 minutes or so. Let's test them. I'll put them in for the full 10. I've got like 40 minutes left until the kids get home. Hoping to have these all cooled and put away by the time they get home so that they don't eat the whole batch in one sitting. Okay, let's put these in. I think these ones will only need 8 minutes, but we'll check them at 8 and see. Okay, while that last batch is cooking, I'm gonna do some homemade Uncrustables with peanut butter and honey. This device, this little contraption, I think I showed you guys like back at the beginning of the summer. I found this on Amazon. I will find it on Amazon and link it in my notes as well. Yeah, it's super cool. My son loves sandwiches this way. It comes with a little like meat and cheese cutter also if you wanted to do meat and cheese Uncrustables. Anyways, works really good and they freeze really well. So I've got this huge Costco loaf. I don't usually get giant Costco loaves of bread, but I did this time, so we're just gonna make a whole bunch of Uncrustables and freeze them. 1, 2. I got enough for 10 sandwiches. Now it does waste quite a bit of bread, as long as you're okay with wasting some bread. So the key to these not getting soggy is to put peanut butter on both sides of the sandwich so it kind of like seals the bread. So you just do like a little square in the center of the sandwich. You don't really want the filling to get on the outside edges because then it's harder to seal the sandwich. I'll show you this in just a second. Let me grab my muffins. Okay, I'll let the muffins cool. So little squares like this of peanut butter, and then you're just gonna go through and plop either jam, jelly, or honey, whatever you want with it. Maybe they just like peanut butter sandwiches, I don't know. But you only need to put a little bit on one side of it, and you just kind of put it in the center. Blink. Okay. Honey. Okay, and then you're just gonna flip your unhoneyed side over on top. Plop, plop, plop. It really pays off to just make a whole bunch at once. And then you're just gonna take your sandwich and this half of the cutter, just gonna center it on the bread right about where your toppings are. Cut it. Flip it over. You're gonna match up little points and then just push down and crimp it. You wanna make sure you crimp it good. And then it should just pop out, a little Uncrustable. Just as easy as that. Oh, this is all the leftover bread crusts. Like I said, it does waste quite a bit, but it's cheaper than buying the Uncrustables. And then here is my tray I'm gonna go stick in the freezer. 10 sandwiches ready to go. You gonna cut them for me? I was just gonna cut them in half. Okay, there's the pork chops that I forgot in the freezer. I put them in the freezer to like make them a little more solid, you know, to cut them up. That was almost 3 hours ago, so. If I just cut them in half, you think that'll be fine? Oh, it's way easier to cut them under. Already frozen.
I like these. And you used to have one you said you didn't like them, and then now you like them.
My kids are eating the muffins that I just finished. The blueberry ones turned out fine?
Mm-hmm. I want more.
Nope.
Did you eat your lunch?
I only left out a couple for each of you. The rest of them are saving. I hid them away.
No.
They said socks or wrestling shoes. So.
I really jump socks.
What did you wear when you wrestled in high school?
Wrestling shoes.
That's a good question, Quentin. I don't know.
Did I wear my jump socks?
I don't know.
Probably.
We'll bring them. Oh, no. Okay, I just have raw meat here, so can you pour that somewhere else, please? Thank you. Can you guys bring your lunches and put them on the counter, please? This is why I always do my videos when nobody's home. It's so loud since everyone's home. Okay, I'm all done, just in time to start dinner. I'm gonna go throw these in the freezer. That is it for today. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I will see you guys next time.